we try to propose always new things. We try to achieve a niche market with an exclusive customer. So that's what we are looking for, something different. Think different and propose something that we think could be cool to use. It's a 100% electric vehicle, so it's a battery vehicle with 2 motors in the back connected to a gearbox with 2-speed. The 2-speed is made for having a very good acceleration, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 4.5 seconds, and 0 to 200 kilometers per hour in less than 14 seconds, which is not so bad.
The idea of the mini superlative ambition is to create a car of utmost beauty, but
starting from a sketch, the translation to a 3D form is
So, I mean, it's a fascinating car, this mashup of being an Italian design house crashing into a sort of very rationalist British brand that's all about functionality, a very egalitarian brand, and yet the handmade Italian thing. So the way these two mixes and fuses, kind of it's a strange bastard child. I think it works, it's a very lovely thing, and as a one-off statement for Mini, it shows right at the boundaries of the envelope of what they could do.
Forget for how long you have been driving. No problem. The full electric powertrain offers you a driving range. You will approach your smartphone and select an app showing the available hazards at your usual stop. In a few clicks, you've got one reserved and paid. Amazing this eye-catching vehicle is to drive.
What we're doing in Grenoble is experimenting these very small personal mobility electric vehicles in connection with the public transport system. We call it multimodality of transport, and we think this is the future of cities in the world.
So basically it's a tire made of 3 parts. It has 2 circles which are stick to each other. The material is plastic resin, and on top of the circle comes a kind of tire pattern in rubber. So in other words, there's no air in the tire. So what we see today, one of the biggest problems is that the people just forget to take care of their tires, check the tire pressure and check the tread depth. So that in the future, one day, will be not necessary anymore with this kind of concept.
For the moment, we're just taking the reaction of the public. We didn't want to go as far as designing a fully electric vehicle, but maybe if the reactions are really positive, we may consider making a small production run and, of course, using electric engines.
Auto shows are always a great proving ground, a bit of an incubation lab for car companies to float out ideas that could possibly be the next best thing. And let's face it, car companies are working 5 to 10 years out with cool gadgets, cool gizmos that they can then apply some of that technology into mainstream vehicles. So it's a testing ground, it's a bit of a litmus test for the public to see whether or not there's some attraction to some of these quirky things. But on the whole, this is the breeding ground for innovation. I mean, this is where the industry really comes together to innovate and to create some really new and exciting products.